I absolutely love Pokémon. While I think they could iterate on the series a bit more, similar to how Monster Hunter Stories 2 did, the turn-based combat and nostalgia keeps me coming back. With lots of old monsters that we love to see, new ones to discover, as well as a large helping of that nostalgia, I cannot help but have a special place for the Pokémon games and cards. Well, with the new game on the horizon, we're going to go over all 20 of the currently shown and new Pokémon within the game here in this video. So do click like down below to show support, and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on the next Pokémon video that we have for you guys. Put in the comments if we missed any of the new Pokémon that you've spotted, as well as your hopes for this next new title. Are there any features, Pokémon, or things in general that you want to see added or returned? Tell us down below. And a quick disclaimer, my pronunciation for some of these Pokémon may not be quite correct. I'm not the best at names, so I do apologize in advance. And let's start it off by going over the starters. First up, we have Sprigatito. This is our grass type starter with a height of 0.4 meters and a weight of 4.1 kg. It has the Overgrow ability, and its personality is capricious and attention-seeking. It may sulk if it sees its trainer giving attention to a Pokémon other than itself. The fluffy fur on it is similar to that of plants, letting it create energy by absorbing sunlight. It also adds moisture to its fur by grooming itself, which aids in its ability to photosynthesize. Furthermore, it has a kneading move that releases a sweet aroma when rubbing its forepaws together that mesmerizes those around it, making enemy Pokémon lose the will to battle. Then we have Fuecoco, our fire-style starter, with a height of 0.4 meters and a weight of 9.8 kilograms. It has the Blaze ability, and its personality is laid back, and it likes doing things at its own pace. It loves to eat and will sprint towards any food it finds with a glint in its eye. It has heat-absorbing scales on its stomach and back that converts heat energy into fire energy. Also, the flickering fire on its head will grow when it gets excited. Then there's Quaxly, our water-style starter, with a height of 0.5 meters and a weight of 6.1 kilograms. It has the Torrent ability, and its personality is very serious. It will always stick close to its trainer's side, it's very tidy, and especially dislikes getting its head dirty. The quaff on its head is protected by a glossy gel, secreted by its feathers, that repel water and grime. Surprisingly, one of its strongest features is actually its legs. It can swim in strong currents, and can use it to kick its opponent swiftly and repeatedly. Then we have the legendary Pokémon, Koraidon and Miraidon. These are legendary Pokémon that you will meet respectively in Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. Both of these two Pokémon are said to have powers that far surpass those of other Pokémon, but details about Koraidon and Miraidon are still shrouded in mystery. And of course, these are the cover pictured Pokémon for both of these versions of this new game. Then we have Armarouge, a fire psychic Pokémon with a height of 1.5 meters and a weight of 85 kilograms, and this one is exclusive to Pokémon Scarlet. It has the Flash Fire ability and believes in a fair fight and will challenge an opponent head-on no matter how much stronger that opponent is. Its armor is the source of its psychic power, and it will use this power to control the fire energy in its body to attack. It even has a very cool new move called Armor Cannon. This is a fire-type special move in which Armarouge moves its pauldrons onto its hands that makes its arms into effectively a cannon, allowing it to shoot its own armor out as blazing projectiles. This is one of the more powerful moves that it can learn, but it lowers its own defense and special defense stat in exchange for that power. Then there's Ceruledge, the Pokémon Violet exclusive version of this Pokémon. It's a fire ghost type with a height of 1.6 meters, so a little taller, and weight of 62 kilograms, so a little lighter. It has the Flash Fire ability, and unlike Armarouge, it prefers close combat and isn't above using tactics such as sneak attacks and surprise attacks to win battles. It dons an old set of armor steeped in grudges and wields blades made of fire and ghost energy. In battle, these blades transform into great swords to increase its power. It has a new move called Bitter Blade, which is a fire-type physical move where it gathers the lingering regret of the fallen into its swords, allowing it to focus that bitterness into a slashing attack. The swords then absorb the life energy from wounds they make, and the user's HP is restored by up to half the amount of damage taken by the target. Then there's Bellibolt. This is a new electric type Pokemon with a height of 1.2 meters and a weight of 113 kilograms. Bellibolt is easygoing by nature, it doesn't notice an opponent until it's attacked. It expands and contracts its elastic body to generate electricity in an organ that looks like a belly button. The huge amount of electricity gathered this way is then discharged from the two bumps on each side of its its head that resemble eyeballs. It has a new ability called Electromorphosis, where it becomes charged when hit by an attack, which boosts the power of the next electric type move that it uses. And then we have Titan. This giant ice type Pokemon has a height of 4.5 meters and a weight of 700 kilograms. It also has the Thick Fat or Slush Rush ability. It needs to have tough muscles in order to support their immense bodies, and physical attacks that use their bodies have incredible power because of it. Its upper jaw is also able to gather ice energy, making the surrounding temperature extremely low and even freezing the area around the Pokemon. Then there's Cyclizar, at least I think that's how you say it, this new dragon normal type Pokemon with a height of 1.6 meters and a weight of 63 kilograms is actually a mount Pokemon. This type of Pokemon has lived in households within the Paldea region since ancient times. It has a mild disposition and people will often ride it, and it's a very common sight to see people riding it. It appears that the Pokemon doesn't actually mind being ridden because the warmth of the rider helps stave off the cold. It can sprint over 120 kilometers an hour even while carrying a human. Its extremely hard head and thick tail are not only useful for balancing, but also absorbing the shocks while sprinting. They also provide an effective way to attack during battle. It has a new move called Shed Tail, where the user creates a substitute for itself using its own HP before switching places with a party member Pokemon. Then we have Furry Giraffe. This is a new normal psychic type Pokemon evolution with a height of 3.2 meters and a weight of 160 kilograms. As the result of evolution, the head of its main body and the head of its tail have become one together. The thick sturdy head from its tail now provides good defense for the head of the main body. When the head of the tail closes its mouth, it will whip its long neck around in an attack that deals brutal physical damage. The force of this attack is said to be able to pulverize both stone and crush steel beams. Could this be a new HM style move? It has the new Crud Chew or Armor Tail abilities. Armor Tail makes opposing Pokemon unable to use priority moves, while the Chew ability will make it eat an extra berry one more time at the end of the next turn of it eating a berry. Then we have Fido, this cute looking new fairy type Pokemon with a height of just 0.3 meters and a weight of 10.9 kilograms is definitely one that you don't want to miss. It has the ability Own Tempo, and it has moist, soothed skin that has elastic qualities and is both firm and soft at the same time. When these Pokemon become excited, they intimidate their opponents by puffing up their bodies to appear even bigger. Interestingly though, this Pokemon can actually ferment things within the vicinity of it by using the yeast in its breath. This yeast is incredibly useful for cooking, so this Pokemon has been protected by people since a long time ago. Then there's Grafaier. This is a new poison normal type Pokemon with a height of 0.7 meters and a weight of 27.2 kilograms. It has the ability Unburden or Poison Touch. It sets up poison traps around its territory and is even nocturnal. When it senses danger, its poisonous saliva becomes even more toxic. It attacks foes by spitting at them or slashing at them after coating its claws with its toxic saliva. Then there's Greavard, the cute but scary dog. This is a new ghost-type Pokemon with a height of 0.6 meters and a weight of 35 kilograms and the ability Pick Up. It has an extremely powerful jaw that can shatter bones, and when a person draws near it, it will jump out the ground letting out a spooky cry that would startle most unsuspecting people. However, it doesn't appear to do this with ill intent, it just gets lonely. Then there's Clorf. This new rock-type Pokemon has a height of 1.3 meters and a weight of 79 kilograms with the ability Anger Shell and Shell Armor. It can rotate its protruding eyes to see everything around it, eliminating all blind spots. It will often latch upside down onto cliffs to ambush its prey from above. Its big claws can be used to hold onto things very tightly, not letting its prey go once it's within its grasp. It will then use its other claw to break its enemy's guard and hit them where it hurts. The claws, interestingly, are considered a valuable cooking ingredient. Its new ability Anger Shell means that when its HP drops to half or less, the Pokemon will get angry, which lowers its defense and special defense, but boosts its attack, special attack, and speed. Then there's Lechonk. This new normal type Pokemon has a height of 0.5 meters and a weight of 10.2 kilograms with the ability Aroma Veil or Gluttony. It uses its sense of smell to find and eat only the most fragrant wild grasses and richest of berries. As a result of its dining habits, it's come to radiate an aroma that resembles herbs that bug Pokemon dislike. Next up is Paldean Wooper. This is a new poison ground type Pokemon with a height of 0.4 meters and a weight of 11 kilograms and has the ability Poison Point and Water Absorb. In ancient times, Wooper lived underwater in the Paldea region, but it seems after losing in a struggle for territory, they began living in the bogs on land. To keep it from drying out on the land, they had to cover their bodies with a poisonous film. Their bodies then became heavy and they became slower to move, but they can protect themselves by shooting a powerful poisonous liquid from their gills. Then we have Pawmi, this cute new electric type Pokemon with a height of 0.3 meters and a weight of 2.5 kilograms and the ability Static or Natural Cure. Not only is the fur that covers its body good insulation against cold, but it also serves the purpose of storing electricity. It generates electricity by rubbing its cheeks together and then shocking opponents by touching them with the pads on its forepaws. Next up is Smoliv, a new grass normal type Pokemon with a height of 0.3 meters but a weight of 6.5 kilograms and the ability Early Bird. The olive-like fruit on its head stores oil made from nutrients that it gathers through photosynthesis. As a result, it can go for weeks without eating or drinking, and when it gets startled or attacked, Smoliv will shoot out oil that slows its opponents down. It will then seize that moment to run away itself. And then we have Wiglet. This is a new water-type Pokemon with a height of 1.2 meters and a weight of 1.8 kilograms with the ability Gooey and Rattled. Although it may closely resemble Diglett, it's actually a completely different Pokemon. Wiglet will poke part of its head out of the sand to feed in the ocean. It is unclear though, as the rest of its body is hidden in the sand and no one knows how long it might be. It also has an exceptional sense of smell, and Wiglet is able to pick up scents from over 60 feet away. And next there's another new Pokemon that was revealed while I was making this video. It's Gimmickle, chest form, and this is a new ghost type Pokemon with a height of 0.3 meters and a weight of 5 kilograms. It has the ability Rattled, and it likes to hide inside treasure chests and moves around very slowly. Interestingly, it can actually control both people and Pokemon, making them collect coins for it. It does this through the use of its ghost energy to control its target, forcing them to collect coins. Interestingly, it doesn't just have a chest form though, it also has a roaming form. When it's roaming, it no longer has the chest to hide in, it's very small and it carries around a single coin with it on its back. And you can find them hiding all over Paldea. A really interesting thing is that because they run away as soon as a person approaches, not a single trainer in Paldea has ever managed to catch one. Another cool thing is the roaming form Gimmickle is actually spotted in the world of Pokemon Go as well. So wait for future announcements to hear all about the research in Pokemon Go and you might be able to catch it within that. I don't know about you, but after seeing this Pokemon, I'm definitely going to look out for these chests within the new game. So there we have it, all of the new currently revealed Pokemon coming out in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So if you do enjoy these kind of videos, definitely click like down below and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And the two videos you see on screen now, we think you might really enjoy if you did find this one interesting or helpful. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but if you did find something new out in this video, you should probably check these out too. And of course, tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.